Welcome back to Marriage Momentum. Today's episode is called Renewing Your Mind from Stinkin Thinkin. You may have heard the phrase, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. One of the quickest ways to waste emotional energy, peace, and connection is by constantly dwelling on negativity, especially about your spouse and your marriage. What you focus on eventually shapes how you feel and how you respond and how you show up in your relationship. If your mind is constantly filled with negativity, you may need to renew your mind. One reason this matters is because of confirmation bias. That's the tendency to look for evidence that supports what you already believe and think while ignoring anything that challenges it. Over time, this can distort the way you see yourself, your spouse, and your marriage. Renewing your mind requires being intentional about how you think and how you respond and how you approach your relationship. Many couples become trapped by unhealthy internal narratives like my spouse never understand. Things will never improve. I always have to be the bigger person. Renewing your mind means challenging those very narratives and replacing them with truth and possibility. It means choosing growth over unhealthy patterns instead of repeating the same behaviors over and over and expecting different results, which you do know is insanity. Renewing your mind also means choosing self control over emotional reactivity. It's learning to manage your emotions instead of letting them control you. It is about responding instead of reacting. See, reactions are often driven by hurt and fear, irritation and pride. Healthy responses are intentional and thoughtful. Instead of saying, "You never listen," try, "I don't feel heard right now." And always avoid always and never statements. Renewing your mind is about choosing connection over division. Don't allow disagreements to push you guys further apart. Let it become opportunities to grow closer together. Renewing your mind means choosing attitudes and actions that strengthen your relationship instead of damaging it over time. It means focusing on what is working while honestly addressing what is not. It's learning healthier ways to communicate and listen and refusing to stay stuck in toxic patterns. When you have a renewed mind, you begin saying things like, "My spouse is not the enemy. The problem is." Our marriage can grow. Listening is just as important as speaking. I can disagree without creating disconnection. To stop the stinking thinking, you must feed the marriage what it needs to grow. Whatever you continually feed becomes stronger. A plant grows stronger when you consistently water it and care for it. In the same way, unhealthy habits grow stronger the more you practice them. So, what are you feeding your marriage? Criticism or encouragement? Distance or connection? Bitterness or grace? Selfishness or consideration? Here are a few ways to stop this thinking. Stop assuming your spouse's motives. Ask questions instead. Stop rehearsing negativity. Look for understanding and solutions. How about pausing before you speak? Listen fully. Choose words that build connection instead of tearing it down. Other practical ways would be telling your spouse specifically what you appreciate about them. Spend uninterrupted time together without distractions. Practice forgiveness without keeping score. Encourage the other's growth. Protect your emotional connection by not shutting down or ignoring the other person. And repair conflict quickly. And most importantly, make sure your spouse continues to feel valued and heard and important. When you renew your mind in marriage, you are not just changing your mindset, you are changing the direction of your relationship. You see, small, consistent shifts in how you respond and invest in your marriage can build a strong, healthy relationship. Stay intentional because what you feed today will shape the marriage you experience tomorrow. Today, I challenge you to replace one negative pattern and with one intentional action toward your spouse. Drop me a comment and let me know what you're working on. Until next time, this is Marriage Momentum, where strong marriages do not stand still. They build momentum.